and welcome back to my channel. This is me Iram Gul and you are watching my YouTube channel ChemTracks by IGM. Dear student, we have done detailed discussion on cell, what is cell or what are the different types of cells, and we also discussed about the cell organization, and we have discussed two of the main or two of the basic cell organelles, that was cell membrane and nucleus. Today we are going to discuss another important organelle of the cell or important structure of the cell, that is cell membrane. The cell membrane is a biological membrane that separates the interior of all cells from the outside environment, which protect the cell from its environment. So we can say that the cell membrane is basically used as a barrier between the cell inner environment and the outer environment. The cell membrane consists of lipid bilayer, including cholesterol, that sits between phospholipid to maintain their fluidity at various temperatures. Now you can see the diagram of cell membrane on the right side. There are carbohydrate or there are glycoproteins present inner and outer surface of the cell membrane, but there is some cholesterol or some fat molecules that are embedded between the two layers of cell membrane. Due to this reason, or the structure of cell membrane is also called as the fluid mosaic model, because the fat molecules or the cholesterol molecules are embedded between the glycolipids and glycoproteins or carbohydrates. And the basic function of cell membrane is basically to maintain the shape of any cell, and it is basically also used as a channel or used as a passage for the transport of different molecules like water molecules, salts molecule, and metal ions. So basically, the cell membrane is a barrier that is used to control the movement of molecules in and outside of the cell. The cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane or cytoplasmic membrane. It is called as cytoplasmic membrane because it is basically the membrane or layer that is present outside of the cytoplasm. The basically cell membrane is the outer or most outer membrane in animal cell, but it is not the most outer layer in plant cell, because in our previous lecture we have discussed that the cell membrane is basically the outer tough rigid covering or a rigid layer present on the outer side of the plant cell. So in animal cell membrane is the outer or most outermost layer, but in plant cell membrane is present under the cell wall. And cell membrane is also called as plasma membrane due to the plasma lemma. The fourth most important organelle is mitochondria. Mitochondria are cell membrane enclosed organelles distributed through the cytosol of most of the eukaryotic cells. We have studied about the eukaryotic cells in our last lecture. These organelles are the sites of cellular respiration, a catabolic. What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is basically a catabolic oxygen requiring process that use energy extracted from the organic macromolecules or food molecules to produce ATP. ATP is basically adeno triphosphate sugar energy currency of the cell, and it has its own DNA. So mitochondria contain its own DNA. So we can say that the mitochondria is basically another most important organelle of the cell, which can control the different activities or different important activities of cells, because it contains its own genetic material or DNA. Mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse or energy center of the cell, because mitochondria is a site from where cells produce or generates its all of energy in form of ATP molecule. So due to this reason, this is called as powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria contain two different layers. One is the outer smooth membrane that encloses the entire structure, just like a cell membrane. Mitochondria contain its own outer membrane, and the inner membrane that encloses a fluid-like matrix between the two is the intermembrane space. The inner membrane is elaborately folded with a shelf-like cristae projecting into the matrix. A large number of enzymes belonging to Krebs cycle and beta oxidation are associated with the inner mitochondrial membrane. Krebs cycle and beta oxidation processes are basically processes which are used to produce ATP molecules or energy. So these processes are happen in mitochondria. So they are basically this mitochondria is called as the site for cellular respiration or site for the production of ATP or energy of the cell. A large number of globular shaped particles are embedded on the inner surface of cristae membranes, such as globular particulates are called as Raker or F1 particles. They act as ATP synthetases. Means these are basically the some enzymes that are used to produce the ATP molecule. The cristae membranes contain a large number of electron transporting enzymes and other oxidoreductases deeply buried in the core of lipid bilayer. This is the diagram of mitochondria. In the diagram 1 you can see the appearance of mitochondria, and when we see this mitochondria under microscope, or when we discuss the anatomy of mitochondria, you can clearly see the difference mitochondrial inner and outer membrane, the matrix of mitochondria, intermembrane space is also there, and mitochondria contain its own DNA. So you can see clearly the DNA molecules are embedded into the matrix of mitochondria. Mitochondria also contain some granules, ATP synthase enzymes, because it is a site for protection of ATP, and it also contains some porins for the transport of different molecules. Chloroplast. Chloroplast is the only cell organelle which is present only in plant cell, because chloroplast are the sites where plants do their photosynthesis. Chloroplasts are plant organelles which are a class of plant cell structures called plastids. Plastids may be of varying kinds. Maybe they are amyloplast, they are known as chromoplast, or they are known as chloroplast. Amyloplasts are basically store stars in roots and tuber. Chromoplasts are such type of plastid that store pigments for fruit and flowers. Basically, the word chromo means color, so they are used to store the pigments. Chloroplasts are basically the main concern that store chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis. The chloroplasts are present in leaf, other green structure of plants, and in eukaryotic algae. It is the main site. Chloroplasts are basically the main site of photosynthesis inside the plant cell, wherein the light energy of the sun is converted into the chemical energy. So basically, the chloroplasts use sun energy or solar energy to produce food or glucose molecule by using carbon dioxide and water. The chemical energy that is produced by chloroplast is finally used to make carbohydrates like starch that get stored in the plants. Chloroplasts also contain tiny pigments called chlorophylls. Chlorophyll A and B are the different types of chlorophylls. Chlorophylls are responsible for trapping the light energy from the sun. So basically, the chlorophyll is the pigment or green color pigment that is used to trap the sun energy. Other pigments found within the chloroplast include carotenes, xanthophylls, phytones, and A and B, orange, yellow, and brown pigments respectively. The structure of chloroplast is basically also consist of double layer, or it is known as the membrane bilayer. The one is outer membrane and the other is inner membrane. They contain structures called thylakoids, and thylakoids are basically the membranous sacs. The thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast is impregnated with the photosynthetic pigments chlorophyll A and B, and then the carotenoids. Grana are the stacks of thylakoids. You can see from the diagram, granum or grana are basically the stacks of different thylakoids. Surrounding the thylakoid is a fluid-filled matrix called stroma. which contain enzymes to enable reactions occurring here. Starch grain are found in chloroplast also contain DNA, ribosomes, and enzymes. Now you can see from the diagram there is inner and outer membrane of chloroplast. You can see the stroma fluid that is present inside the inner membrane. There is a thylakoid or different sacs-like structure, and the different when the sac like structure or thylakoids or stalks on one another, they are basically formed grana or granum. Lumen is the layer just that is present on the granum or grana. Strict chloroplasts are basically specialized for to do this photosynthesis. So their function include they are basically the site of photosynthesis. Chloroplasts also generate ATP and synthesize sugar molecules, which are used as a food molecule for plant cells. They transform solar energy into chemical energy, and they produce sugar from carbon dioxide and water. Ribosome. Ribosomes are macromolecular machines found within all living things that perform biological protein synthesis. Ribosomes link amino acid together in order specified by the codons of messenger RNA molecules to form polypeptide chains. A ribosome is made from the complexes of RNA and protein and is therefore a ribonucleoprotein complex. Each ribosome is composed of small 30s or large components 50s you call subunits, and these subunits are bound to each other. 30s subunit has mainly a decoding function and is also bound to messenger RNA, while the larger or 50s has mainly the catalytic function and is also bound to the amino acylated transfer or RNAs. You can see the diagram of ribosome, the upper side is basically the large subunit or 50s ribosome, and the lower small subunit is basically the 30s ribosome. They are basically used for the production of messenger and transfer RNA, and they are used to decode the different amino acid to make proteins. Basically, ribosomes or the sites are they are the specialized organelles that control the formation or synthesis of protein molecules. Endoplasmic reticulum is basically it is a network of membranous channel throughout the cytoplasm of the cell. It is absent in prokaryotic cells, however, it is present in eukaryotic cell. The endoplasmic reticulum connects the cell membrane, coats the nucleus, and extend to the Golgi apparatus. There are two main types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and other is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum have ribosomes are attached on them. Rough endoplasmic reticulum have no ribosomes attached on their structure. Endoplasmic reticulums are specialized for the ribosome present in rough endoplasmic reticulum are involved in the protein synthesis of the cell, and they are also the second function of the ribosome is the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is to synthesize lipids in the cell. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is also help in detoxification of harmful substances in the cell. So these are some basic cell organelles that we discussed in our today's lecture, that includes cell membrane, chloroplast, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, or ribosomes. I hope you will enjoy this lecture and this video. There are also some remaining cell organelles we will discuss in our coming lecture, inshallah. Stay tuned, keep watching my channel, share and subscribe my channel with your friends and fellows. Thank you for watching my video, and goodbye.